Yep, sharing the recording, guys. Are you able to see my screen, right?
Yes, sir. I can able to see your screen.
Yeah. Yep, guys. So we will cover in this course the cloud, the Linux, and the DevOps tools. Okay. So what we will gonna cover you? We're gonna cover you on AWS cloud and DevOps tools. Okay. So first we'll cover you on the Linux part because of all the DevOps tools are developed with the help of Linux only. So every tool is something like if you want to use Ansible, Terraform. So if you want to use all the tools, so those all are the CLI tools only. We need to use the tools by using command line, by using command line only. Okay. So in the Linux, what we will gonna cover you, will gonna cover you everything from scratch, guys. And AWS also will cover you everything. Will cover you everything, guys. And Terraform. So the tools, DevOps tools, will gonna cover you. So this is the course outline, guys. I already provided in the, I will upload the course content in the GitHub, guys. I have a GitHub account. So I will upload all the course content here. So this is my GitHub account. Yep. This is my GitHub account, guys. Hare Krishna Cheruko 866. So this is my GitHub account. In the GitHub account, I already uploaded all the materials. Upload all the materials in the AWS DevOps materials. I already uploaded all the materials in the GitHub account, guys. So whenever you want to the installation process and PDF, so you guys can go through the GitHub and download it, guys. Okay. Yep. So the basic thing, guys. So what is a Linux will cover you. So first of all, what is OS, guys? Guys, what is OS? Does anyone knows?
It's an operating system, and it interact with the hardware, and it
Hmm.
will convert into
Hmm.
the a working system. Like we can able to use the system with.
Very good. Very good. So apart from this, Srikanth, anyone? What is OS? Gopal Krishna.
Sir.
What is OS?
Hmm?
What is OS?
Operating system.
Yeah, I'm not asking about the abbreviation. I'm asking about the meaning.
Operating system, it is the data of collection. Data to
Data.
store the data. That operating system is used to store the data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gopal Krishna is nothing but a Chinna, na? Chinna.
Nani.
No, a Chinna he didn't join the college.
Okay. He joined Bhupati or something like
I am
Bhimorapur. Shrikant, he joined.
No, he was unable to join the today's call.
Okay, he
Chin,
was an. Okay,
yeah.
no. Okay, okay. Yeah. What is OS, guys?
Actually, it's a machine language to understandable. It is converting into understand human
Hmm.
understandable language.
Yep, very good. So we are interacting with the OS, right? So this is the computer. Sorry, I think we need to. Yeah. So this is the laptop, guys. So this is a laptop or a system or a, this is the hardware, and so here the users, end users are ours. We are interacting the. Yep. Yeah. So computer knows which language, guys?
It's a binary language.
Yes, very good. Binary language means zeros and ones, right? So users knows which language? User means ours. So
Yeah,
we are
human.
interacting with, yeah,
Yeah, human understandable language like any GUA or
yeah, human
uh,
understandable, for example, English.
English. Yes.
High level language, but we are taking as a English. Yeah. So computer knows only binary language. User knows only English language. So are you able to directly, are the user able to directly communicate with the hardware?
No.
No, because of user knows only English language and computer knows only binary language. So there is no communication between each other, right? So we need a mediator who knows both the languages. We need a mediator who knows both the languages. So for example, guys, this is Shrikant. So this is Hari and this is Narendra, for example. So I know only Telugu. I know only Telugu language. So Narendra knows only Hindi language. Narendra knows only Hindi language. I want to convey a message to the Narendra. Is it possible, guys? Is it possible? I know only Telugu. I know only Telugu, and Narendra knows only Hindi language. So there is no possibility to communicate with each other. We need a mediator. We need a mediator which knows both the languages. So for example, so for example, Kirti. So Kirti knows both the languages, Telugu and Hindi. Telugu and Hindi languages. He knows the both the languages. So whatever I want to convey to the Narendra, so I will inform to the Kirti. Kirti will convey to the Narendra. Guys, understood? So here OS is a, who is OS, guys? OS is a,
It's a mediator.
yeah, mediator. Guys, now tell me. So what is the meaning of OS?
It's a bridge between like computer and the user. It will convert into binary language to human understandable language.
Yes, it's a it's a mediator between user and computer. So what is OS, guys? OS is it's a mediator between user and computer, or it's a interface between user and computer is nothing but a OS. The simple the simple language, guys. The simple meaning. So what is the meaning of OS, guys? It's a mediator between user and computer because of so what user knows, for example, so user informed A as to the OS, and OS converts into the binary language and informed to the computer, and vice versa, guys. Now you understood. So what is OS, guys? OS is a
It's a mediator between a user and computer.
very good. It's a simple language. What is a OS? OS, it's a mediator between user and computer. It's a mediator between user and computer. Guys, so which laptops are you using? Guys, which laptops are you using? Hardware?
I'm using Lenovo.
Lenovo. So you are using Lenovo. Narendra, which laptop are you using? Kirti, which
Dell.
laptop? Dell laptop are you using? Kirti, which
Asus.
laptop? Asus, huh? So for example, someone is using HP language, right? So why OS is installed on these laptops? So you are not able to connect directly to the hardware, directly to the hardware because of hardware knows only binary language and you knows only English language. So we need a mediator who knows both the languages. Knows both the languages. That's the reason we are installing the voice on our hardware. So for example, guys, which mobile phones are you using?
OnePlus.
OnePlus. Are you using OnePlus, right? So without OS, are you able to interact with OnePlus?
No,
So which OS is installed on your
Android.
OnePlus? Android. Very good. Android is the OS. So that OS is installed on. So the Android OS is installed on the OnePlus hardware. So that's the reason Shrikant is able to access the OnePlus hardware. OnePlus hardware. Guys, now you understood? So if you want to connect with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. Guys, so which routers are you using? Which routers?
I'm using a Reliance.
Reliance Geo router, right? So I'm using, for example, TP-Link. I'm using TP-Link router. So right, so router, this is the Geo. So by default, they will provide the a Wi-Fi username and password. Okay, but after that you changed your Wi-Fi username and password, right, guys? So how you changed? This is the router, right? A router is a hardware. How you changed Wi-Fi username and password? So if you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. If you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. Guys, from now onwards, you guys can remember if you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. I think you know Shrikant, right? The switches, routers.
Yes,
Yeah. So that is the hardwares, right? How you are interacting with that switches, routers?
with the IP addresses.
With IP addresses, but definitely there will be a OS is
Yeah,
installed.
yes, yeah.
Definitely there will be a OS is installed. Guys, now onwards, you remember if you are interacting with any hardware, definitely there will be a OS is installed. OS is installed. Guys, got it? Guys, any doubt?
It's- No,
Now you understood the what is OS. Yeah. Tell me types of OSs. So how many types of OSs we have?
Windows, Linux, Ubuntu.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to mobile, Android, and Apple.
Okay. Guys, speak out. So only Srikanth joined the class, huh? Rashekar, Narendra, Gopal Krishna, Chinna. I speak out. Kirti. What is that? For example, types of voices. So how many types of OSs, guys? So types of OSs.
Windows,
Mm-hmm.
Linux, Ubuntu, and Apple.
Yep, very good. So which laptop are you using?
Lenovo.
Lenovo. So which laptop are you using? Lenovo you are using, right? So in your laptop, how many people are connecting at a time?
Actually, I
So
have created only one.
yeah, very good.
Like,
So only one people can interact with this laptop. Okay. So that is nothing but a single user operating system. For example, the servers. So, right, guys, servers, we deployed our application, Facebook, WhatsApp, that server. So, that is the server, right? The server will connect multiple users. So, so how many types of OSs, guys? Multi-user operating system and single user operating system. So what are the multi-user operating systems, guys? For example, Dell, Lenovo, HP, okay, Asus. These all are the single user operating systems and multi-user operating systems also. So what are the single user operating systems, guys? Which OS is installed on your laptops? Guys, which OS is installed?
I think Windows 10.
Windows.
Windows 11, Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows Vista or 7, okay, Windows XP. So these all are the single user operating systems. So these all are the single user operating systems. So yeah, who developed, who created the Windows operating system, guys?
Microsoft.
Very good. So who created? Microsoft created. So Microsoft company created. So single user operating system and multi-user operating system also. So Microsoft company created two types of OSs. One is single user operating system, another one is multi-user operating system. So what are the multi-user operating system, guys? Does anyone knows?
So Linux,
Windows.
Windows
I'm
and Linux.
asking about
Okay,
Microsoft.
Windows.
Windows
Windows
Server
Server 2020,
2020.
2018, 2016.
Yeah. For example. So these all are the Windows servers, right? And Linux. What is this, guys? So Linux also multi-user operating system. What is this, guys? So Linux is a multi-user operating system. Guys, now tell me. So what is Linux? Linux is a OS. So which Linux OS it is a? It is a multi-user operating system. Multi-user operating system. Linux is popular for multi-user operating system. Yeah, guys. Hardwares also, they created two types of hardwares. So one is for single user operating system, another one is for example, Dell Latitude 5540. So what this is, guys? This is a single user operating system. This hardware is supports only single user operating system. So now you understood. So in the single user hardware, something like a Dell, Lenovo, Asus, HP, Dell, all these hardwares, we will install the single user operating system. Some of the hardware companies created two types of hardwares. So Microsoft created two types of OSs. One is for single user operating system, the other one is for multi-user operating system. The same like as a Dell also created two types of hardwares. Dell, HP. Some companies are created two types of hardwares. Some companies are created single user operating system purpose. The single user operating system, they developed the hardware. So for example, Dell created two types of hardwares. One is Dell Latitude for single user. Dell PowerEdge R71G. Dell PowerEdge is for the multi-user operating system. What is that, guys? Now we understood. So w- which hardware is created for the multi-user operating system? So which hardware is supported for the multi-user operating system? Guys, understood? Shikand, now you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for the single user, so some of the hardware companies created two types of hardwares. One is for single user operating system, and the other one is for multi-user operating system. And Microsoft also created two types of hardwares. One is for single user operating system, and the other one is for multi-user operating system. But Linux is popular for only. My Linux is popular for only multi-user operating system. Multi-user operating system. Now you understood, right, guys? So where you installed the your Linux? Dell PowerEdge R710. So not only R710, so this is a Dell PowerEdge model, right? Here you installed the Linux. You installed the Linux OS. Linux OS because of so Linux OS is support multi-user operating system. So this hardware is supported for the multi-user operating system, and this OS is supported for the multi-user operating system. Guys, now you understood? Yeah. Now you understood the Linux. Now you understood the Linux OS. Okay. All Microsoft products are commercial. All Microsoft products are commercial, and Linux released as a open source. Linux released as a open source. Guys, what is the difference between open source and commercial? Shrikant, Kirti, do you know?
Open source means everyone we can access without any authenticator.
Hmm.
Commercial means we can take some patent rights or some access.
Yes, very good. So open source is nothing but a free of cost. So free of cost and source code also available. So Linux is popular for only CLI based OS. What is that, guys? So Windows is a GUI based OS. Linux is a CLI based OS. What is CLI?
Command line interface.
Very good. So what is CLI? CLI is nothing but a command line interface. Command line interface. So what is GUI?
Graphical user interface.
So graphical user interface. So how you can interact with this hardware? You can interact with this hardware through graphical mode, and this hardware through command line. So command line means so we can interact with this OS through commands only. So how you can interact with this OS, guys? You can interact with this OS through commands only. This is Linux is popular for CLI based OS. So Windows is graphical user interface. Okay, and so commercial, open source, CLI, and GUI. So Linux OS. Now we are coming to the Linux. Guys, who created Linux OS? Shrikant, do you know? Kirti, Shrikant.
I'm not sure. Hari.
Linux Trovald, sir.
Linus Trovald.
Trovald.
Yes, very good. Linus Trovald. He studied in one of the in 1991. He studied in one of the university, and his mentor is asking to create a new OS. He created a new OS called as a Minix OS. He created as a Minix OS based on the Unix. Which OS, guys? Based on the Unix OS. But Minix having some drawbacks. So some drawbacks, he overcome those drawbacks. Something like in the Minix, there is no network. There is no network is enabled. So he overcome all the issues, and he created a new OS. He created a new OS, and he is thinking to put the name for this OS. Name for this OS. Okay. So this is a new OS. So this is a new OS. He is thinking to put the new name for this OS. So then think and he think and created a name like as a. So what is his name, guys? What is his name? Linus. So first four letters from his name and last letter from Unix. So last letter from Unix, and he created as a Linux. He created a Linux. Guys, now you understood how Linux OS comes into the picture? Shikant, now you
Yes, sir.
understood?
Yeah, I understood.
Yeah. So from the Linus Torvald, the first four letters from his name and the last letter from the Unix, and he created as a Linux OS and released as a open source. Open source. So what is open source, guys? So open source is nothing but a 2 points here. Open source. So one is free of cost. The second point is source code also available. What is this source code, guys? What is this source code? Yeah,
Structure of the code.
yeah. How he developed the Linux OS. He developed the Linux OS through C programming language. That code also available for free of cost. So you have a code. You have a code. For example, I have a Facebook code or I have a WhatsApp code. Okay. So I took that code and wherever the WhatsApp is there, right? I replace with as a some other or a Telegram. Okay. I modified the code. So modified the convenient to our requirement, right? So customized. So some of the companies are took that source code and created their own OSs also. Guys, understood? So source code means so the developed code. So OS is developed, right? The Linux OS is developed through C language. That code also available for free of cost. So the most of the companies are took that source code and created their own type of Linux OSs. Their own type of Linux OSs. Guys, understood? So Linux is popular for single user operating system or multi-user operating system?
Multi-user.
Multi-user.
Multi-user operating system. So Linux is a GUI operating system or CLI operating system.
CL.
CLI means command line interface. So I will show you guys Oracle VirtualBox. Yep, start. Yeah, this is the Linux OS, guys. This is the Linux OS. So how you can interact with this Linux OS? You can interact with this Linux OS through commands only. So how you can interact with this OS? You can interact with this OS through commands only. For example, root Red Hat is the password. You see ls, pwd, mkdir. So how you are interacting with this hardware? You are interacting with this hardware through commands only. So that's the reason Linux is a CLI based OS. Guys, understood? So source code also available. Source code also available. Some of the companies are took that source code and created their own OSs. What are those? They created their own OSs. I will show you. Yeah, Linux is released as a open source. Released as a open source. So IBM company. Which company, guys? IBM company took that source code, took that source code and created their own OS called as a AX Linux OS. The same way, HP company also took that source code and created their own OS called as a UX Linux OS. And Sun Microsystems. What is that, guys? Guys, so who developed the Java? Does anyone knows? Who acquired the Java? Kirti, you know, right?
Sun Microsystems.
Yeah, developed by Sun Microsystems and Oracle acquired the Java, right? Now Java is in which company? Sun Microsystems or Oracle? Oracle, right?
Or
Yeah. So Sun Microsystems also created their own voice called as a Solaris. Solaris Linux OS. Okay. Sun Microsystems also created their own voice called as a Solaris Linux OS. The same way, Amazon also. Which one? Amazon company also took that source code and created their own voice called as a Amazon Linux 2023, comma Amazon Linux 2. They created two types of OSs. One is Amazon Linux 2023 and Amazon Linux 2. So Oracle company also took that source code and created their own OS called as a Oracle Linux OS. Okay, the version starts from 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what is the current version of Oracle, guys? 9 version. The same way, Red Hat INC. Red Hat INC also took that source code and created their own type of OSs called as a Fedora, Red Hat, CentOS. So Red Hat CentOS versions are 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these two are the Makki or copy from the Red Hat. So these two are the copy from the Red Hat. If you learn any one of the OS from the Red Hat, either CentOS, Red Hat, whatever it may be, it will be easy to understand the Oracle Linux and Amazon Linux. So the same command. So this is so they copied from the CentOS or a Red Hat and they created a Oracle Linux. The same like as a Amazon Linux also. Okay. So Debian company took that source code Debian company took that source code and created their own OS called as a Ubuntu Linux. So they created a CLI and GUI. They created a CLI and a GUI. Ubuntu is popular for both single user operating system and multi-user operating system. Okay. SUSE Linux, FreeBSD Linux, FreeBSD. These all are the Linux. These all are the Linux flavors. Guys, understood? These all are the Linux flavors. So in this course, we will discuss about the CentOS 9. We'll discuss about the CentOS 9. Okay. So if you know the CentOS 9, right, it will be easy. CentOS 8 and 9. The same. These three are same. These three are same. Guys, if you know the CentOS 8, 9, it will be easy to understand all these Linuxes. All these Linuxes. Guys, understood? Now, in our... Yep, shit. One second. I will take from here. Yeah. So in this hardware, so which OS is installed, guys? In this hardware, so which OS is installed? Linux. Which flavor, guys? Which flavor and which Linux? Which version? So why we need to install OS on this hardware, guys? So why we need to install hardware on this OS? Shrikant, Charan, Narendra, Kirti. So why we need to install OS on this hardware?
So we need to interact with the server. So
Yes, very good, very good. Because of this is the hardware, right? The
yes,
hardware knows only binary language. So you want to interact with this hardware. How you can interact with this hardware? You can interact with this hardware through OS only.
OS. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the reason we are installing the OS on this hardware. So which OS we are installing, guys? So we are installing CentOS.
9.
Yes, very good. Black will show, I think. CentOS 9 we will install on this OS. After that, we will install the Java and Tomcat. Then we will deploy our code into the server, right? So for example, this is the code. This is the code you deployed. So what this is? This is the a Tomcat web server. Which web server, guys? Tomcat web server. Your code wrote in the which language? Java language. So that's the reason we need to install these two softwares. After installing the CentOS 7, then you deployed the code and then it will see it on the browser. You will see it on the browser. Guys, understood? Yep, guys.
Yes.
Mm.
So if we install other language other than the Java, then
Mm.
we have
This,
to install
the
any supported.
yeah. For example, install the PHP. What is the web server you need to deploy your code? Nginx. Okay, Shrikant.
Okay.
Nginx. For example, you wrote the code by using Python. What you need? Spy Park. You need a Spy Park web server. Something like you installed a .NET code. What you need? You need a IIS web server. IIS web server. Yes, understood, Shikant?
Yes.
Yep.
These all are like supported
Supported
softwares.
web servers. Yes. If you wrote the code in the PHP, definitely you need to deploy this code in this web server only. The SpyPark, Nginx, and IIS. Java.
It's
Right.
kind of command line interface, or is there any like wizard kind of the software we have to install in the
Yeah, we
server?
need to install. We need to install the softwares. So this is the CLI, right? How you will install the softwares.
Mm-hmm.
If it is a GUI, next,
Yeah.
install, finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you
Mm-hmm.
want to install the Java software, you want to install the Tomcat software on the Linux machine.
Mm-hmm.
So how you can
Go with
install?
okay
Through
with the
commands only.
commands. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So I want to create a user in the Windows machine. Just go to the users and create and go to the settings and you can create the user easily, right? But in
Yes.
Linux, so everything through commands only. Everything through commands only. Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So this is the you deployed a WhatsApp on the server. So we need a database also where you are storing your images, videos, and content chart, right? So in this front end, for example, this is the app server. App server contains only application, front end application, right? So nothing to store it in the front end application. We need to store that the data in the database. So where we can store it? We can store it under the database, right? Yeah, for example, this is right. So you remove these things. Yeah. So this is the DB server. For example, what this is, guys? This is a DB server, database server. So if you want to deploy a application, how many servers we need, guys? We need a app server and we need a database server. We need a app server and we need a database servers. Yes. So we bought this in the we bought the server and we installed the OS and we deployed the code and yeah, we keep it in our home, right? So, but what is the drawback if you keep it in our home? So, for example, you have a internet, you have a power. So, right, the application is running successfully, and 1 week there is no outage, there is no power failure, there is no network failure. So every day 10,000 people is signing up in our account. So 5 days, right, or 5 days. So 5 days, 50,000 people are signed up, and they are actively using in our website. After 5 days, every 1 hour the internet will goes down, and the power will every 2 hours the power will goes down. So that time, are you able to access the application, Shrikant?
No
For
hurry.
No, right? So that time, what we need, the people are slowly they remove their accounts from the
So
server website,
yes.
right? We need a solution. We need a solution. So what is the solution? Who will provide this solution? I
It's
need a 24 by 7 power backup. I need a 24 by 7 internet backup. So my server will not goes down. I need a uptime 90% and uptime 99.99%. So where we can keep our servers. So who is that solution? What is that solution? Does anyone knows?
so we can use load balancer like
Yeah, if you use the load balancer, the power, there is no power. How it will work if you use the load balancer? There is no network in our home, right?
okay,
You took only one power backup, that is a main power, and the only one internet, that is you took Geo.
okay.
If internet goes down, are you able to access the application?
No, no.
No, right.
We need a backup
We need a
provided.
backup.
Yeah.
Who will provide that solution? Who will provide that solution? Rashekar.
sir.
Yeah. Do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know, no?
I don't know.
Narendra, I think you know, right, Narendra?
Don't know exactly.
Exactly don't know, no? I think Srikanth knows, but she's unable to.
Yeah, I'm also not sure actually.
Yeah.
One more another center is there. Data center is there, right?
Hmm. Hmm? Yeah. You're coming.
Yeah, data center.
Yes.
For data center, it goes down. It will automatically improves the another data center.
No. So
Oh,
data center, the solution is data center. So if
Okay.
you keep your servers in your home, only one power backup, only one internet backup, right? But if you keep these servers in the data center, what they will provide? They will provide uptime 99.99%. How?
Yes.
So they will provide the multiple internet backups. They will provide the multiple power backups. If power goes, then it automatically switch to the UPS. If UPS down, it automatically switch to the generators. Right? The same way internet. If Airtel is goes down, it automatically switch to the BSNL. If BSNL goes down, it automatically switches to the Geo. If Geo goes down, it automatically switch to the Vodafone or Acta, right? So what they are providing? They are providing the 99.999% of a uptime. So we need to go to that solution. So what data centers are providing? So we'll tell you tomorrow. Right? We need to know what are the operations they are performing in the data center, what they are providing, how much they charge per server. Okay, so and we'll show you tomorrow the real-time environments also. The real-time environments also will show you tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll show you uh, the installation of a CentOS also. We'll show you how to install the CentOS on your laptop. We'll show you tomorrow, guys.
Sure, Hari.
Yeah. So any doubts, guys?
No, sir.
Guys, Linux is very easy.
Okay.
Very easy, no need to worry about it. If it is a CLI, right? So how do you learn those commands? It's a very easy, guys. I will tell you a simple way how to practice Linux commands.
Okay.
How to practice Linux commands. Now you understood, right, guys? So what
Yes,
is
sir.
OS, types of OS, how Linux came into the picture. The Linux is a single user operating system or a multi-user operating system.
Yes.
Okay. Understood, right? So tomorrow we'll discuss about the data centers and real-time environments, and I'll show you how to install the CentOS 7 also. Okay?
Okay.
Yep.
Sure.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Hari.
Yeah. Thank you.